Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special football edition of the Breeze Sports Center. I'm your host, Bradford Ambrose. Alongside me, Wayne Epps Jr. and Hayley Thompson, sports editors at the Breeze. And Wayne, this weekend, the Dukes had a disappointing loss against Stony Brook at home. They are now 6-1 at home, their first loss at home this season.
Right, yeah, it's the playoff bid on the line, or at least playoff contention on the line. Everyone's talking about how they had to win these last two games to have a chance of getting an at-large bid to the playoffs. But they definitely didn't come out and play like it on this past Saturday at home. Again, they were 6-0 at home coming into the game. They gave up 31 points in the first half. They gave up 295 passing yards to the quarterback, Negron, in the first half. So it was just really bad. They of course came back a little bit. Made it interesting at the end, and of course the final scores kind of dictate the way the game was, 41-38. But again, it's definitely not what you expected to see. Stony Brook has been struggling a little bit this year, first year in the CAA, so you definitely did not expect them to come out that way at home. But it's been kind of up and down season, so that kind of followed the trend, I guess. So we'll see how they do moving forward.
It was definitely a surprising loss. Seeming Stony Brook, wasn't faring too well. They were 1-5 in the CAA, and kind of thought the Dukes would pull it out. Obviously, the seniors thought they did. Let's hear from Coach Mickey Matthews after the game Saturday.
Our guys, they wanted to go very bad, and it really hurts, horribly.
Yeah, so this is a program, of course, that expects to make the playoffs every year and expects to compete for a national championship every year. And we missed the playoffs for the past 5 seasons, so obviously a lot of disappointment. Even a couple of players like Stephen Robinson's even admitted that they think they underachieved a little bit. It's definitely tough, and it's definitely not what you expect from this program. We've got this big stadium, one of the nicest stadiums in FCS.
Right.
And it's just disappointing to see us not I guess, play up to our potential. But we'll see how we go moving forward. Obviously, losing a lot of top seniors this year. Mm-hmm. We'll see how they kind of, I guess, change directions next year and kind of move forward. But again, it's definitely not disappointing to see them kind of fall short again this year. So.
And speaking of some top seniors, Stephon Robertson, Daquan Scott, you mentioned them. Right. Let's hear from them after what they had to say after Saturday's loss.
It hurts. Obviously, we want to go out with a win, but it is what it is. Can't get it back.
Just a flashback of all the guys that are seniors right now that came in with me, and just how much blood, sweat, and tears we put into this program. And it's just crazy how fast it goes.
All right, now, Hayley, let's talk about the offense this year.
Yeah, it was kind of a disappointing season for the Dukes. They were averaging 29 points a game while only allowing 24, which would kind of make it sound like we were doing a lot better than our record ended up. But on third down conversions, they were only 69 out of 166, which isn't very good. So the Dukes really weren't capitalizing on those drives, trying to turn them into points. They had more rushing yards than the average team that they played, but less passing, which is actually disappointing considering they brought in Michael Cain to bring in that passing offense. Right. Towards the end of the season, Birdsong was getting more consistent numbers passing, but it just didn't really seem to be enough. And games like New Hampshire and even Stony Brook, when they got shut down as far as getting Daquan and even Khalid Abdullah to run it, the passing wasn't making up for the difference. And then also Birdsong got sacked 38 times this season, whereas defensively they were only sacking, the other team 28 times. So it just kind of on all areas the Dukes were just lacking.
All right, and Wayne, now let's talk about this Saturday's their last regular season game coming up this Saturday at Towson.
Yeah, again, we haven't won a game on the road this year yet, but and Towson's the second best team in the CAA right now, right behind Maine. They're pretty much a lock for one of the CAA's at-large bids. They have the top running back in FCS right now, which we have the best rushing defense in the CAA. So it'll be a good matchup to see how they kind of do that. Again, there's been a lot of talk about our passing defense. Mm-hmm. That's the worst in the CAA right now. giving up a whole lot of yards and highlighted by this fast loss to Stony Brook. So
Right.
we'll see. You have to kind of try to change things up a little bit and highlight and try to pinpoint that secondary instead of running ball as much against our defense. But we'll see how that goes. Again, I think the seniors will be hyped up to kind of try to go out on a positive note. They've had these great seasons again, like Stephen Robinson, Daquan Scott, Josh Wells, all these guys. They don't want to go out with 2 straight losses for sure. So I think they'll be hyped up for this. We'll see how they do, and let's see if they can get that first road win to finish out the season.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll be off next week for Thanksgiving break, but we'll be back the next week. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the Breeze Sports Center, special edition. I'm Bradford Ambrose.